Hi. It's January the 27th, Monday, and this is video 25 because now I'm 2 days behind. I got ill, and so ill that I couldn't do another video again. So I missed my Friday video because I got so fatigued and just had to go to sleep. And then Saturday I thought, oh, I do too. So I did one in the afternoon and wanted to do another one in the evening. And I got vestibular migraine. And if you don't know what this is, it's a really weird form of migraine where you don't really have a lot of pain. But I can feel the onset of dizziness and you get vertigo. And if it's really bad, you're going to meet your breakfast again. So I'm trying to work on recovery from ME, and I'm in a special group. And there is a theory which I resented for a really long time, that recovery is possible. For me, ME, CFS was just a physical illness. And the theory is that there is a physical reason that you get this. It could be a virus. It could be a shock, stress. So I got ME in 2019. I had 5 surgeries in 13 months. So in May 2018, I had a suspected heart attack, which then turned out was just a very long episode of supraventricular tachycardia, SVT. It's a heart condition I had from when I was 14. I then had, so they did an angiogram and they could see it wasn't a heart attack. What they first thought is just the, so with SVT, your heartbeat goes up to 240 beats a minute. Well, in my case at least. And it was 2.5 hours long, much longer than normally, and it deprived my heart of oxygen, I think, and it looked like it had the blood markers of a heart attack. So then in October 2018, I had an ablation, which is a laser operation on your heart. So they create scar tissues. So you still get the sparks, but because the scar tissue is stopping the spark to raise your heart, that doesn't happen then anymore. And then I had a mole taken off, and that turned out to be skin cancer. I was really lucky because the GP was like, oh, nothing to do and, nothing to worry about. And I actually had read like a newspaper article or so on my phone, Google article, and a woman with exactly the same symptoms like me was mentioned there, but when she went to her doctor, she only had 6 months to live. So I was like, now we need to get that looked at. I read this story and I'm really anxious. So I was right, it was skin cancer. And then so that was like, I think January and April 2019, yeah. And then in June, we had a rescue dog and she attacked us. Was really unfortunate, and it looked like someone was killed in our front room. We had to call the ambulance, and then they called the police and the dog warden, and they took our dog away. And then in June, July, I got really ill, and I think my body was just like, that's it. I'm like, I can't deal anymore with these things. So in a way, the theory goes that you can sort of physically recover from all these things, but then your brain is creating symptoms, and because it thinks life is too dangerous and I need to keep you ill, so you even get symptoms from like just going up and down the stairs, for example. And the reason I know this is that I've got this visible armband. I can actually show you, and it comes with an app. So I'm wearing this armband the whole day. And it measures not only your heartbeat, but the spaces between the heartbeat. So HSV or so it's called. So you measure that in the morning, and it can tell you how much out or imbalance your body is. And then it showed me, I learned what gives me exertion. And things I didn't think were giving me exertion were making me really ill. And I can't put that on. I shouldn't have taken it off. So, for example, going to the toilet put me into exertion. And if you imagine that you keep exerting yourself, for someone else that would probably be running a marathon all the time, you can get post-exertion malaise, so you can get really ill after you do an activity. And for me, that was sitting all day in my wheelchair, for example, doing a course. And then I would end up like in a catatonic state. So I couldn't speak, I couldn't pee, I couldn't drink anything, I couldn't scroll, I could just lay there. So I would come home, for example, I did a permaculture course and I was sitting in my wheelchair all day. And I would come home and, normally people then go like, they do dinner, they put the washing machine on, whatever. And I had to go to bed, and I was in this catatonic state for hours. Probably just went to sleep and then got up the next day then. But it's really scary. So I learned through this visible armband that even going up and down the downstairs, the stairs just to go to the toilet or the kitchen would put me into exertion. And so I'm in a special Facebook group, and I started with calming down the nervous system. That's the idea. And I'm so happy because today checked, and going downstairs put me only in the activity zone. So I know that I believe now recovery is possible because I'm coming into the normal state. I later had to go to the door because Amazon knocked, and that put me in the exertion zone again because I get anxious when someone knocks on the door. I don't like people coming to the door. But I can see there was a change already. So normally when I get this vestibular migraine, I'm sick like a dog and I just vomit a lot. And I can't go in a straight line to the toilet. It's horrendous. So when this vertigo started on Saturday, I just tried to calm myself down and keep myself safe. And I can't get into all the details. It's really difficult to explain. But it wasn't as bad as normally. I still couldn't do any videos. And then yesterday I still felt really nauseous and was really worked on calming my nervous system down. And then today, 3/4 of the day, I still felt nauseous. And when you do YouTube videos, you get emails if someone comments on your video. I keep forgetting because I automatically go into a folder I didn't even create. I don't know how that happened. So I looked at that, and I did the video about neurographic art. That's what I was told is called, and that's how I was taught to do this. And there was a comment, and it said, if you want to get real benefits from neurographia art, I suggest you learn to draw true neurographic lines. It's fine you enjoy what you're doing, but you can't tell it neurographic art when you draw so quickly and have repetitive swirls. So that was for video 23. And it really gave me a wobble. Someone else then, it was really nice, said, I think you're a bot, but I write this for the sake of the artist. No one likes to be told what or how to do things, especially if they are relatively frivolous things. If you want something done right, then do it yourself, by which I mean make your own videos about this topic and don't scour the internet to whine at people who are trying to be helpful in the world. And that was really lovely. And I probably haven't really thought about, it's a bit like when you put a post on Facebook and you put it public, and then some people laugh at what you're writing, and others are widowed and neurosurgeons and want your friendship, and it's like all sorts of people put comments on, and I haven't really thought how that might affect me doing videos, because I don't know, I just always wanted to do videos because I'm specialized in grief actually, and I do coaching and mentoring, and I want to do another playlist and talk more about these things. I've written a book as well that will be published soon, but because I love mixed media art, and I think it's really interesting how quickly we can learn how ashamed we are about what we do, and how sensitive to criticism. I thought I'd just try a video a day and talk about my chronic illness and relationship to crafting and making art. And it was really interesting that this comment from a total stranger I will never meet in real life then gave me a wobble, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, what do I shout today? I don't really know. And so I thought, instead of making a decision now or not doing a video, I just explain about what the type of migraine I had, vestibular migraine, what that is, might be interesting to people. Talk a bit about recovery. And I just hope to encourage people who maybe also always wanted to do YouTube videos and are just too scared to, before I thought, I'll never talk to the camera. No way. And then I got so ill and I thought, it doesn't matter anymore. I just don't have the energy to care. But of course we do care. I care. I'm sensitive to criticism, like probably most people. But in the end, don't let anybody stop you from sharing what you want to share. It's like on Facebook, scroll by if you don't like it and watch something else if you don't like a YouTube video. So I hope to be able to be creative tomorrow again. Still feel a bit nauseous. But I'm glad it wasn't that bad this time, and I will keep working on recovery and calming the nervous system down. I still want to do 31 videos in January, so I need to probably do 2 tomorrow and 2 on Wednesday, see if that works, and if not, nobody cares anyway. So yeah, thank you if you watch this, and thank you if you subscribed. That's really nice as well. You shouldn't really care about statistics, but I go on YouTube and I'm like, oh, I've got another subscriber. Jesus, honest. In a way it feels silly, and in another way it's really nice. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you have been able to be creative today, and if not, let that be okay with you and try again tomorrow. See you then. Bye.